Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of our Q&A. Today the question is, what is the best investment project to invest in, or what are the top 3 ones that you would pick? These answers may be different from one agent to another, but obviously I always like to take Elkhan's opinion on it. So
thank you, sir.
I need to hear it from you. Top 3 projects, off-plan projects to invest in Dubai.
I like how you ended, or rather mentioned, the word agents in that sentence, because many agents in our city, we both know, and just an enormous amount of projects in the market as well. So agents are just offering projects left and right without really giving it much thought. But if you were to ask an advisor, on the other hand, where an advisor would put their money into, where they would kind of secure a property for their clients in, I think the list kind of shrinks down significantly because of that. Now, I love this city and I love the majority of projects within the city. Now, just because I might not mention a name or two in my list, it doesn't mean to say by any means that these are bad projects. They are incredible in their own way, right? But I'm just trying to analyze more from a critical point of view rather than anything else. So if you were to ask me my top 3 picks in this market, I would, without a shadow of a doubt, say Dubai Creek Harbour.
Okay.
That's my number 1. I would say Emaar South, and I would say Emaar Beachfront. Now you might realize, or you might kind of assess that all 3 of them are Emaar. But I'm not biased against any other company. I'm very fond of Miras and their works. I'm very fond of DP and some of their works. And just across the market, many developers are brilliant. But I see such a vision in these 3 projects. And it is coincidental that it's all Emaar, right? We can leave it at that. For me, one of the most essential things about Dubai Creek Harbour is what Emaar is trying to bring in, right? How it's trying to shift the eyes of the world away from the golden downtown
right,
over to a new section of the city. And I think they're doing that in a very, very, maybe a basic way, but it is going to be a phenomenal change 20 years down the line when that place is fully operational, up and running. So now, I look back to 2001, between 2001 to 2009, that massive shift, that massive change in what happened in downtown. And I think personally, why that boom was so significant was because of all the assets that came up, right? You might own an apartment in downtown Dubai, but when the Burj Khalifa comes up, what happens to your property value? When Dubai Mall comes up, what happens to your property value? The Boulevard Strip was one of the most incredible and beautiful places you can be in Dubai, especially during the night. So when a tourist comes into the city, in their mind, it's like, okay, I need to visit downtown Dubai, I need to visit Palm Jumeirah, and I need to visit Dubai Marina. And there's always reasons for that, right? It's due to the assets, tourism assets. And that's being replicated in Dubai Creek Harbour. You got the next biggest shopping mall in the world, you got the next biggest building in the world. But one of my favorite assets is the Infinity Beach. 350 meters of an elevated beach off the creek beds, where it's partitioned off with glass. Come on.
Which I don't think a lot of people know about these details, you know?
Yeah, for now. Right. But they didn't know about downtown back in the day the way they do now, did they? So that's why it's such an underrated project at the minute.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't know details on Emaar South as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's all about getting to know the project before judging on it.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's what is going to be that project. What is it going to be? How symbolic will it be years down the line? Right. You can inject your money in today, sure. You think you've made a good investment. In my opinion, if you've invested in one of these 3 areas, you've made a good investment. But when I think about Emaar South, for example, it's almost like, take Murdiff, if you are familiar with that area, as an investor as well. Take Murdiff. It's being replicated in Emaar South, right? In a completely different way as well. You've got a golf course there, you've got villas that are just outstanding there as well. You've got townhomes and new concepts here in Dubai. And that shift, right, is being pushed towards the new airports. And think about this, when all the charterers start to move slowly over to that airport, when more runways are open, what do you think is going to happen to the people working in that airport, which capacitates in the 5-digit thousands of people? They're going to want to live right next to the airport. The same way that Murdiff people want to live next to the airport because they might work there.
Exactly. Not to mention its close proximity to Jabal Ali port as well.
As well. But I think one of the most fundamental things for Emaar South is that the mistake of Murdiff is not being repeated there. You know how you have the runway that's parallel with the community?
Good, I'm glad you mentioned that.
With horizontal with the community, sorry.
Yeah.
This time it's going to be parallel to one another. So
Good.
you won't have that trouble there. And I think that's crucial because the price of the land in Emaar South is quite low.
Right.
But what happened to Murdiff when it was nothing? The prices escalated. Right? When it became a hotspot, when it became a place people wanted to live in. That's exactly what's going to be happening there.
So you talked to us a little bit on why Dubai Creek and why Emaar South, why Emaar Beachfront.
Beachfront is an outstanding project. It's the Miami of Dubai, isn't it?
It is?
Yeah, I mean, how better way can you describe this? You've got a very low density kind of islands. Okay, usually these things are in the hundreds of buildings, aren't they? You take the Dubai Marina, it's just completely dense there. You can't move around without seeing this concrete jungle.
True.
But over in the beachfront, you've just got one Miami Strip concept basically going on. You've got 24 buildings, 3 of them which will be hotel anyways. So 21 residential buildings means low density of properties there, right? At good prices, at a unique concept.
Right.
There's nowhere else in the city that you can find something like this. Nowhere.
True.
And the other part of the island is going to be a cruise liner port, which is going to be bringing in that traffic, people coming in and out.
Right.
So whether you love that kind of lifestyle, whether you want to literally just walk down and open yourself to the beach, or you want to use it as a holiday home or as an investment opportunity, it is the jack of all trades, isn't it?
It is.
So that's why it's an incredible project in my eyes as well.
Well, thank you very much. And here we go. Here were the 3 answers with why are they the best 3 off-plan projects in Elkhan's point of view, which I 99% agree with you. For more information on these projects, just get in touch with us, drop us a direct message on WhatsApp or on one of our social media platforms, and we'll help you further. Thank you and have a good one.